They say that after 3 days without water, a man starts to hallucinate, that his mind begins to fracture, to show him things that aren't there, merciful things sometimes. I'm here to tell you that's only half true, because on the 4th day, trapped inside that burning steel coffin with 3 dead men, I stopped hallucinating my mother's face and started seeing theirs, and that was so much worse. My name is Viktor Petrov. I was a driver mechanic for a T-34 tank, 5th Guards Tank Army, and in July of 1943, at the Battle of Kursk, I spent 5 days sealed inside my burning tank with the corpses of my crew. This is what happened. July 12th, 1943. The largest tank battle in human history, Prokhorovka. If you've never seen 800 tanks trying to kill each other in a space smaller than a few square kilometers, you can't understand what hell actually looks like. The ground shakes so hard your teeth rattle in your skull. The air becomes thick with smoke and cordite and burning oil, so thick you can barely see 30 meters ahead. And the noise. God, the noise. It's not just loud, it gets inside you. It becomes your heartbeat. I'd been in my T-34 for 16 hours straight. We called her Nastya. Nastya, after my driver's sister back in Stalingrad, or what used to be Stalingrad. The metal was hot enough to burn skin if you touched it wrong. My hands were wrapped in torn cloth. My loader, Alexei, had stopped sweating hours ago, which meant he was close to heat exhaustion. Our gunner, Dmitri, had blood running from his nose from the concussions of our own cannon firing in that enclosed space. And our commander, Lieutenant Orlov, just kept scanning through his periscope, calling out targets, keeping us alive. We'd knocked out 4 German tanks that day, 2 Panzer IVs and 2 Panthers. The Panthers were the ones that scared you. Thicker armor, bigger gun, and they could punch through our frontal armor from 800 meters out, while we had to get within 500 to hurt them. The math was simple and brutal. At 3:47 in the afternoon, I remember because I just checked my watch, thinking about how we'd been promised to relief at 1600 hours. Lieutenant Orlov shouted, "Panther, 400 meters, 11 o'clock!" I gunned the engine. 32 tons of Soviet steel lurched forward. The transmission screamed. Dmitri was already traversing the turret. I could hear him counting under his breath. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4. The world exploded. I don't remember the impact itself. The mind has a way of protecting you from things like that, erasing the worst moment. What I remember is the sound coming back first. A high-pitched ringing that felt like an ice pick through my skull. Then the smell. Burning metal. Burning rubber. Burning flesh. I was still in my seat. The driver's hatch was twisted shut above me, warped from the blast. I tried to move and screamed. My left leg was pinned under what used to be the transmission housing. The German shell had punched through our right side, exactly where it would do the most damage. It had killed our loader, Alexei, probably vaporized half his body. I couldn't see him from where I was trapped, but I could smell it. "Dmitri," I called. "Lieutenant!" Nothing. "Dmitri?" A wet cough. Then Dmitri's voice, weak and bubbling. "Viktor, I can't breathe right." "Where are you hit?" "Chest. Something went through. I can taste metal." That meant lung. That meant he was drowning in his own blood. I knew it. He knew it. "Lieutenant Orlov?" I tried again. Silence. I craned my neck, trying to see into the turret basket. Lieutenant Orlov was slumped against the breech of the main gun. Half his head was missing. He'd been standing right in the path of the spalling, the fragments of our own armor that flew through the crew compartment when a shell penetrated. They traveled at thousands of meters per second, killed you just as dead as the shell itself. "Dmitri, we need to get out. Can you move?" Another wet cough. "No, Viktor, I can't feel my legs. I can't." I pulled at my trapped leg. White-hot pain shot up through my hip. The transmission housing had me pinned from the knee down. I pulled harder. The pain went from white to black, and I nearly passed out. Outside, I could hear the battle continuing. The thunder of tank cannons, the scream shells overhead, the mechanical roar of diesel engines. We were in the middle of the largest tank battle in history, and we were already dead. The living just hadn't found us yet. "Viktor," Dmitri said. Voice was quieter now. "My brother, in Kursk. Tell him. You'll tell him yourself. Just hold on." No, I won't, Viktor. It's getting dark." It wasn't getting dark. It was 3:50 in the afternoon. There was smoke pouring through the shell hole in our side, but enough light came through the periscopes and vision slits that I could see. I could see Dmitri's face going gray. I could see the blood pooling under him, black in the dim light. "Tell him I didn't run. Tell him I stayed at my gun. I will, I promise." "Good. That's good." He stopped talking. His breathing got shallower and shallower until it stopped being breathing at all, just a whistle. Then nothing. I was alone with 3 dead men in a metal box that was quickly becoming an oven. The first day I tried everything to free my leg. I used a wrench in the toolkit, trying to lever up the transmission housing. It didn't move a millimeter. I tried to dig under my leg with my bare hands, scooping away blood-soaked padding and debris. I only succeeded in tearing my niffingals. I tried twisting my leg, hoping maybe it wasn't as pinned as I thought it was. The pain made me vomit, which was a problem because I was already desperately dehydrated. I knew the signs. I'd seen men die of thirst in the summer campaigns. I measured time by the light moving across the crew compartment. Morning light through the periscope, noon light almost directly overhead, afternoon light shifting, dying, gone.